Hey, what's up, guys? So, yeah, this is another rare video like this for me, and there's not going to be any type of clips or anything in there, and you can see that Luna over here, she wants attention really, really bad. And I want to talk about Jurassic World Dominion. This is mostly going to be a rant. There are going to be spoilers in this thing. I apologize if that's what you do, but oh God, I haven't watched any reviews. I haven't looked at anything. I haven't heard from anybody. I didn't try to, fill my mind with the Jurassic World universe, anything like that. I didn't even think about looking at the other movies going through. I'm gonna say, like, you separate the two trilogies into two different sets, of movies, right? Where the third Jurassic Park, while not great, it wasn't terrible. It had some moments, Alan, but it still wasn't that bad of a movie. But when you compare this trilogy to that trilogy, it's obvious that this has just been a giant fucking cash grab of, oh hey, let's build on people's nostalgia and let's just make some movies and we can make some money. And this one is the worst of the fucking bunch. Okay, the first one wasn't bad. I actually quite enjoyed the first one. It had some problems. I didn't enjoy it as much as some other people did, but the second one was just a fucking stinker to me. It was bad. The whole thing, with the brontosaurus at the edge of the fucking thing, and then the last half of the movie became boo, dinosaur haunted house. I've talked about this already. I'll probably talk about this again when we do the mini-sode for the podcast. But hey, that's just the way things work because this thing will be on my fucking mind. And more people probably will listen to that than they'll watch this. So, but it is what it is. And this one definitely was okay, let's build again on people's nostalgia. Let's go ahead and let's bring back the original three from the first movie and put them in here and yada, 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 yada. And it's not even Jurassic Park anymore, right? Like, the second one started to veer away from it. The second one, again, the first half of that movie is not that bad, right? Where they're going to the island, they're saving all the dinos from the volcano that's going to erupt. But then when they get to the house, it's like, oh, come on. It's just, jump scares with fucking dinos. That's all the second one fucking is, okay? I don't care what other people think. That's what it is to me. This is just an opinion, like most reviews are. They're just fucking opinions from people, and that's just the way that it is. So, when it comes to Jurassic World Dominion, oh God, where do I start? So, let me just say it's cheesy as shit, right? This thing is ridiculously cheesy. It even starts you off kind of on the bad foot when they use now this. Okay, I don't mind the now this stuff, to be honest with you. Some of it's good, some of it's absolutely terrible. But here it's like, why do we need this? Why do we have this playing in the beginning of it to give us a recap of what's fucking happened from Jurassic World to Jurassic World, who gives a shit, Forbidden Kingdom, and to now who still gives a shit, right? And okay, so whatever. Now dinosaurs are roaming the earth. They have things with people. They're scaring little girls, and they're just roaming the planet all free and shit. Okay, fine, whatever it is, In a movie like this, I want it to start off like super strong, and it's not starting off strong at all. It's just starting off fucking cheesy, and I'm like, oh great, now I know what I'm in for the rest of the movie. And then, we move around to different locations. What I hate is that when they fucking, had Sam Neill fucking rolled out and, oh, it's Dr. Grant for the first time, they do the Marvel, like, oh, look, it's a special character that you might be really interested in. And we're going to pause for a second. And then out is going to come that fucking special character. That's what they do for him. And that's what they do for all three of the old, like, people. They give them these, like, set pieces where the camera is just moving around them. Oh my God, it's Dr. Grant. Oh, Dr. Grant. Oh. And there's Zach. But it's just like, and then the dinosaurs, again, they're just used for fucking jump scares. We have specially bred fucking raptors that with a laser pointer, you point on the people and they attack. Like, and the fucking Santos lady is just, like, she's, like, supposedly this other trafficker that's been bringing dinos to, like, Bad Apple, right? It's fucking Steve Jobs in the fucking role here of this new bio fucking company that's generating fucking locusts that are wiping the planet. Oh, I don't know, no. Oh, we let them out into the wild, and, oh, they happen to not be eating our fucking crops like they're fucking Monsanto over here, and you have them going out and just it's so fucking stupid. And the main plot of the movie, for the main thing is to, one, for the original crew to figure out what's going on with the fucking locusts and what they intend to do, and then the new crew from the new set to rescue their genetically copied daughter. Well, stepdaughter or adopted daughter, whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever the Maisie, which, you know, and the only Maisie I can think about is from Game of Thrones, and she's way better. Again, the acting isn't bad, but the acting is really phoned in. It's just completely phoned in. Like, it's not even that, like, it's good. You know, the girl is pretty good for what it is, and I can tell that she's actually kind of giving her all. And, why can I not remember the names of certain actresses? Bryce Dallas Howard's phoned in, Chris Pratt is phoned in, Sam Neill's definitely phoned in. And the only two that are worth a shit, and I only like one of the characters, is, you know, Jeff Goldblum is the star of this fucking movie, right? Every time he's on the scene, he steals the fucking movie, and it's the best thing. Now, it's not to say there aren't fun parts, and there isn't fun jokes, and there is a shit ton, I mean a shit ton of callbacks to the entire series. And the fact that they're actually bringing, like, the whole Dodson thing back into it, I thought that was kind of cool. I was really, really fucking excited when I heard that, and I was like, wait, they're actually talking about this character that they totally read out of the first movie that was a big part of the first book, and was an even bigger part of the second book, and didn't fucking even appear in the second movie? Oh, that's cool. Now we're suddenly bringing him into the mix where nobody really gives a shit. Does anybody know that? Like, Dodson? See, nobody gives a shit. Like, it's just, I just don't get the fucking rationality. Like, I understand it, but it's just like, why even do that other than to make callbacks and to have the original Barbasol fucking can, you know, show up in this fucking movie? It's just, oh, it makes me so angry. Like, so many things, you know. The T-Rex, he shows up just randomly. Oh, he managed to, you know, fucking Deus Ex Machina. He's brought there the day before. And, you know, then there's, I don't even know the names of the fucking dinosaurs, so please just, you know, excuse me in this regard. But the giant Talon fucking dinosaur with all the bird feathers on him. This giant fucking thing. You know, my dogs are a lot smarter in getting a French fry that drops off the fucking floor than he is in getting the fucking, you know, Bryce Dallas Howard's character Claire in, like, finding her in a fucking, you know, pool of water. Like, does he only go for smells, heat signatures? What is it? What is it that makes him find people? Because he slaps the shit out of that fucking deer when the deer is eating his fucking fruit. And that fucking scene, like, things are unintentionally fucking hilarious without meaning to be fucking hilarious. Oh, I know that one was probably like a joke because he just comes by and like smacks the deer out of the fucking, like, camera scene. And it's just, again and again and again, I just, the stupid shit with, you know, every dumb decision, added fucking characters that don't need to be in the film. I don't feel like this pilot person, you know, where it's not that she's a bad character, and I like the actress a lot. I think that was her, what she did for it was good. I'm totally down, totally in with that, but the character doesn't need to be there. It's just all of a sudden she's just gonna fly them over to where the bioscientist people are because she saw her and she could have done something. And so now all of a sudden's there. And then the dumbest part with her, the dumbest part with them, okay? So Chris Pratt and, you know, Owen and Claire and this lady, they're all flying to the thing, and they get there, and there's a special, like, air defense that they got against the dinosaurs that forces the dinosaurs that fly, your pterodactyls or whatever the fuck you want to call them, and it makes it so they don't fly above this cloud cover. And so they turn it off because they're like, oh, you've got the parents on there, and the parents are coming. Ooh, they're gonna get the daughter, and we can't have her get the daughter. So they turn off the defenses, and the air creatures, which you see in the fucking trailer, attack the fucking plane, right? And so the plane's going down. It's gonna crash somewhere, and somehow it's gonna do this. And they're looking at each other and like, you don't have fucking parachutes on this plane? Why don't you have parachutes on this plane? Oh my god, I can't believe you don't have parachutes. And so they only have one parachute, and it's on the fucking ejector seat that Claire is on. So, you know, of course, Owen goes over, I love you so much, baby. You can go wherever you want now, baby. You can totally do this. And it has her eject. But they crash the fucking plane, and when they crash the fucking plane, they're perfectly fine. They're not bruised. They don't have anything. So why eject her? Why have her leave the whole fucking thing? Just crash together. Oh, it's so that she can have the fucking scene with the dinosaur as she's trying to fucking escape, and as he swipes at the fucking deer and knocks the ever-loving shit out of it, and then she goes and, hides in the forest. And they catch up with her so fucking quick. If there's one thing this movie does, is it does pace itself relatively well. I wouldn't say I was ever bored. I really didn't think about the time. It's again another one of these situations where you show at 7:30 at night and the movie doesn't start till almost 8 o'clock or 8:15 because they have to show, 2 hours of fucking commercials, trailers before the fucking movie starts. Luckily, there were no commercials between the trailers this time. That seems to be only a Cinemark thing and not an AMC thing. And I applaud you, AMC, except for you had to show me that stupid fucking Nicole Kidman thing. I really don't. Why? We're all back in the theaters now. A bunch of people are going to fucking movies. And you have to thank them again for going to the fucking movie? Whatever. Fuck you. And so, it doesn't make any sense. Why eject her? And then they have the fight on the lake against the other raptor that has feathers. Or the more, realistic raptor, I guess, is what you're supposed to say. Because some people think that they actually had feathers on them. Or maybe it's another type of dinosaur. Again, I don't fucking know. All I know is that there are 3 different fucking raptors. And Blue is in it for, the first 10 minutes of the fucking movie. And she's got a fucking child. And, of course, he goes, I'm going to make you a promise. I'm going to bring back your daughter. It's not without my daughter. And they're going into enemy lines trying to smuggle her fucking back. And then, like I said, then there's the attack raptors with this lady who's only in it for a little bit. That's a smuggler, and the dumbest fucking thing. So they have these. And I know I'm jumping all over the fucking place, but these are just things. This is all stream of consciousness just coming out of my thing, and it's just a rant over the dumb shit in this movie. And she's been captured, right? And that's why she doesn't show up again, because she got caught by the FBI or the animal people or the dinosaur animal people. Maybe a raptor fucking caught her and I just fucking missed it. Maybe he's a raptor human hybrid. I'm surprised they didn't try to do that type of bullshit in this movie. And so, she's there and she's about to, he's like, okay, I'm going to go get my daughter because I need to get to the airport because they're going to fly off without me. And they're being chased by a raptor because she marked her, which that part kind of made sense because they fought for a second. And then she was in a distance and she's like, oh, I'm going to use my little laser watch thing and pew, 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 pew. And, tagged her, and then the dinosaurs are chasing her. And so as Chris Pratt's leaving the fucking place where they've just captured her, she's busy working behind her head, obvious that she's fucking doing something, and the guy's like, hey, why don't you stop that? I want to see your hands. Just put your hands up in the air. Don't put them behind your head. And then she, manages to work out the fucking laser and is like, all right, trick shot, off the wall, off the mirror, off the other glass thing, and right on Chris Pratt, and, shoots him with the fucking laser. So, of course, now he's going to be chased by 2 of them, not just one. Whatever. And even then, when they first capture her, you would think that they were going to be either waiting for the transaction to be done and then they're going to come in. And you think that they would give it a little bit of time, but nope. As soon as he gets the money, oh, I've got all this money. And then boom, they fucking explode the place with guns and bullets and chasing these people and all this stuff. And then, the little dinosaur area was kind of cool, to see some of the things. And I am going to say that it was cool to see them mix practical effects with the CGI. There were definitely some practical effects in this movie, and the practical effects were done pretty well. So I'm totally in on that. And more movies doing those types of things. And even it being a throwback to the other Jurassic Park stuff. And so, in that little fight that they had, he's chasing him around and it's just ridiculous. And the guy ends up getting eaten by one of the dinosaurs and just oh, okay. Yeah. So when they go into the place and, you have, again, Ian Malcolm just steals the fucking scenes whenever he's in them. I like the thing when he passes off his little security bracelet over to, the 2 doctors, Grant and Ellie, and then they have to go on their thing. But when they go down and they try to, get the sample from the locusts, then all of a sudden, of course, everything hits the fan. Shit always hits the fan in these movies. And the locusts start, getting out, and they start going crazy. But when there's no noise, and later on in the film, they're still going fucking crazy, and they had plenty of time to settle the fuck down, they're still going crazy. And when he burns the fucking thing, he doesn't stay. If you have such a good containment center that when you burn these things, they're going to fucking die. How do they get out of the fucking top? What did it? Because they were all being burnt and they just were so psychotic that they went out. And then it's the dinosaurs are looking up as the fucking locusts are falling from the sky, fucking on fire, hitting the ground. And it's like they're looking at, oh fuck, I've been in this before, it's asteroids fucking again, and we're all gonna die soon because that's what killed us originally. I'm like, oh, come on, why? And then the scene with the giant Allosaurus thing. They have one where he and the T-Rex meet. Oh, it's two apex predators. I'm like, okay, they're gonna fight later in the movie, and we'll get to that in a second. But you have the Allosaurus come after them, and he works kind of like the T-Rex, like, don't move or else it's gonna come after you. And they're all constantly fucking moving. They're all just moving around, just like. All you have to do is stand still and let it fucking go away. Don't fucking worry about it. Just don't move. And then, Ian Malcolm comes to save the day. I think it would have redeemed this film if somebody sacrificed their life to fucking, like, die for the people, right? And I'm like, oh no, don't kill Ian. Go kill Dr. Grant, or go kill Owen, or go kill Ellie, or go kill Claire. Nobody cares about fucking Claire. Or go kill this pilot lady and be done with it. And so he's, like, fighting he's using the fucking on fire fucking locust and shit to, like, distract him, and then when he opens his mouth, he throws it right in the back of his throat he managed to find a really sharp stick and stick it through, and then the fucking Allosaurus starts breathing fucking fire. Like, come on, really this is what we're gonna do? This is what Jurassic Park has turned into? Like, all of them are going into places where the dinosaurs shouldn't exist, but somehow they still exist in the subsequent movies. And even in the first movie, dinosaurs shouldn't exist, and yet they've been brought back. And yeah, there's, like, scary action-y parts, but it's never like, boo. It's never jump scares for the fucking dinosaurs. And that's all the dinosaurs are in this fucking movie, are just jump fucking scares. And it gets old after a while, because that's always going to happen. Whenever the dinosaurs show up, it's just going to be them chasing after these people. Where's the wonder? Where's the awe? Where's even, Forbidden Kingdom had it, and Jurassic World had it, and even Jurassic Park 3 had those moments, like when they went to the pterodactyl cage. They were trying to survive and get out of the whole thing, and you still had wonderment when you saw certain dinosaurs, and they had it a little bit with Dr. Grant and Ellie, right? Going in there and, like, figuring out, seeing dinosaurs they've never seen before, and that all of a sudden this company has been able to bring these things to life with almost perfection, like, in their genetics. And like, but it's not like everything. Otherwise, it's like the dinosaurs just coming out and fucking, like, getting ready with their signs. I'm gonna scare you. Boo. Just like, fucking Hellfest, after a while, if you notice what they're going to do, you're like, okay, here comes a dinosaur from that side. There's a dinosaur on that side. There's a dinosaur over there, and it's going to fucking scare you. Oh, there's another fucking scary dinosaur. Oh my God, we're going to do this, and they're barely going to survive. Like, there's no terror because you know that these characters are actually going to live, and they're going to be at the end of the movie. So you put them in peril, who fucking cares? And then there's Dr. Wu, okay? Dr. Wu was a minor character in the Jurassic Park movies, the first three, and he was mostly in the first one. And then in Jurassic World, they made him a big deal. And in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, he was another big deal because he's the one that made the Domicus Rex, or whatever the fuck it is, the big fucking scary dinosaur at the end that was like the haunted house portion. And so here, he's literally just relegated to, oh, I have to find the girl. And I have to fix what I did wrong with the locusts, not all the other bullshit that I've caused and all the different things that I've caused. But I need, like, he's become a fucking hippie that is just fucking boring. Where is the cool kind of evil guy from the last movie, right? Where's the scientist portion of it? And we have to go through this, like, clone bullshit again, dealing with this girl that she's a copy of herself, and then we have to find out, oh, well, you weren't just made in a test tube, you were actually born from somebody. In fact, you're your own mother. Oh my God. Like, well, who's the dad? Like, she genetically made sperm and stuck the sperm inside of her and proved that she can, you don't need a man and you can just build yourself a fucking child. Like, and that's more of a joke. I don't really believe in that shit, but, like, it just seems so ridiculous with that whole thing. And then you find out, oh, because she's sad that she, doesn't really know where she's from, and she doesn't know, she's just a thing, and she's not a real person, and we have the brontosauruses. We have two scenes with the fucking brontosauruses. Last time we got that one fucking bullshit scene of the brontosaurus on the fucking dock, like, hey guys, you left me. What's going on? Like, you can still save me. Just turn around the boat. Turn it around. I'll be able to get there. And instead, this time, we got the two brontosauruses, which were probably like the wife and the child of the first brontosaurus. And they're hanging out like, it gets like dragged away by flame. And it looks over, come on, Mom. I know you're sad about Dad. I know he was left behind. But, we can't do anything about it now. Just come on, let's follow the fire. Follow the fire. Everything will be good. Okay? Follow the fire. And then they fucking leave. And then when the forest is being set on fire because of all the fucking locusts that are dying on fire, falling from the sky, there's one brontosaurus that looks up from the water. Oh no, my world's on fire. I thought I got out of this shit. Oh my God. Why did they bring me back to life? Like, really? Oh, so stupid. And just like everything that leads them to, they recreate scenes. They recreated the scene where she goes and she turns the power back on and finds Samuel L. Jackson's body fucking there. But instead, it's her and Claire fighting off locusts that somehow come back to life after they're dead on the floor. Like, they are dead, not fucking moving. And they turn off the power because they need to reroute the power so for the defense, mechanism for the flying guys so they can fly away in a fucking helicopter and be safe. But when they do it, the failsafe turns back on the power, and it wakes up all the fucking locusts that are dead. They're dead on the fucking floor. They are fucking toast. They are on fire. They are not fucking moving. But all it takes is just a little zap. Maybe they got like an electric shock and their fucking hearts got restarted. And here we are. We are the locust. We just kill. We can never die. Are they incumbent locusts? Is that what I'm trying to get with this situation? I don't fucking know. So you have that, and then they have to fight them all off, and then they decide to, instead of just turning off the power, because they have to turn off the main power thing, they just whack at it with an axe, and then fucking escape. It's just dumb. And then leads to the whole escape. Of course, there's the bad guy. Like I said, he's like Steve Jobs. That's basically what I believe his character is. Like, oh, even these corporations, they say that they're doing good. Well, pardon me, they're doing good things, but they're really inherently evil because he's really trying to make money. Even though when he first meets Dr. Grant and Ellie, that here we are, and oh no, I don't genetically modify anything. We're doing this for the good of humanity. That is literally how this fucker talks, okay? And then, of course, he's, evil, because he was really trying to do this for the money and not necessarily the good of humanity, even though the good of humanity is probably a portion of it. The money is just too fucking good. And even when he's, like, trying to run away, he's like, we can just start over again, you and me, like, to his little helper. I think his name is Raheem, which the actor's name escapes me, and I really like the actor. And it sucks that, they have pictures of Lauren Lapkus, and I think she shows up at the end, but you can't tell that it's her. And she was in the first movie. I think she might have shown up in the second movie as well. And I really wish that she had but they had pictures of her. And the one guy that's in Detective Pikachu, that's a big part of the second movie. He's a little bit in the first part of this movie, and then he's fucking gone. He's never back again. Because now he's working basically for the FBI and trying to track down the poachers that are, capturing all these, and then also shut down these illegal breeding places, because there's also all this underground stuff, which is where they go to find the transaction, blah, 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 in Malta. And, it's just, he's telling them all this shit, and then he realizes that, oh, well, wait, he's the guy that turned everything in. He's been working with Ian Malcolm, and it's like, okay, especially when he talks to Dr. Grant before they send him to get the locust thing, he's like, you shouldn't go down there unless you have security, but you're going to need that security, but you don't go down there, and you don't make a left, and you don't make a right, and you don't go to number 4, and then everything will be okay. And they're all like surprised of what's going on, like, oh yeah, we're not going that way, don't worry about it. And then you've come to find out that the twist that he was in on it at the same time. So, so the last thing, he gets his comeuppance. There's a callback to Nedry, and that he gets killed by the spitting dinosaurs, which I think the Deinonychosaur, whatever the fuck it's called. Not gonna spit in the face. That is a fucking ridiculous scene. So when they find Claire gets surrounded by those types of dinosaurs, and she's like sitting there, and she's getting ready. She's gonna get spit in the face, and then in the middle of nowhere, here comes Owen, Chris Pratt's character, and chokes the shit out of the dinosaur, so it spits in his own fucking mouth and keeps his mouth closed. And then the airport person comes by and stabs it in the fucking head. I'm like, really? Really gonna do this? And then the first scene between the T-Rex and the giant Allosaurus, or where the fuck it's called, they're all trapped and they see it. And the T-Rex comes and they're like, just be quiet, just be calm. And he bites the deer. And then all of a sudden, here comes the Allosaurus. And he's coming in like Debo from fucking Friday. And, he's like, oh, what you got over there? That's a nice looking chain you got. He's like, yeah, my grandma made it to me. Give me that. And he fucking like bites the T-Rex on the fucking nose and then steals the thing. He's like, but my grandma gave me that deer. What are you talking about? This is my deer. My grandma gave me this. He just fucking like bullies him. And so eventually when we get to the end of the thing, and then we're supposed to have like the big climactic battle between the T-Rex and the giant Allosaurus looking motherfucker. And it's so fucking stupid. It is not needed. You don't need this in the film. Just have the T-Rex save the day and be done with it. Do it like Jurassic World, right? Where they're about to get attacked by all the raptors, and then the T-Rex comes in and he just like fights with them, and then the giant water monster comes and kills all the, velociraptors and shit and saves the day. Just have him save the day. That's all you need to do. But no, what happens? They get into a fight as they're trying, and then there's Dr. Granny's like, this fight's not between us. And so it's between them to be the apex predator of the island or whatever the fuck, because they say earlier in the film, when you have two apex predators, one of them is going to assert dominance. And okay, so he said like the subtitle of the fucking movie. And so they're fighting, and the Allosaurus, whatever the fuck thing, beats up the T-Rex to the point that it kills him, right? And this turns into fucking like WWE bullshit that's going on here. So Hulk Hogan is down, right? T-Rex Hulk Hogan. He's gotten his ass kicked, by whomever was it, Yokozuna. Okay, Yokozuna or Andre the Giant has beat the crap out of him. Well, let's use Yokozuna. So Yokozuna's beating the crap out of Hulk Hogan. Then all of a sudden the music starts playing. And who shows up? Why, it's the Ultimate Warrior, the feathered dinosaur with the long fucking claws that he's got on him. And he's there and he's like, I'm gonna fight you now. And so he starts fighting him. And then we focus on the fucking T-Rex. And just like Hulk Hogan, when he used to start, he starts breathing all heavy and everything like that. Here he comes, and he comes and focuses on his eye, and the eye like, I'm alive, I have the power, and he becomes fucking ultimate fucking, Hulk Hogan, gets up off, and then him and the fucking other dinosaur start fighting the Allosaurus, and then the Allosaurus dies in the dumbest way, where the T-Rex like booms into him, and he flies across the room, and then the Allosaurus sticks out its claws, and it fucking like impales him. And that's the end of it. So the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan have won the day against Yokozuna by killing him with the claws. It's just dumb. And then they get away, and everybody's happy, and Grant and what's-her-name are now going to be back together because they should have been together since the beginning and had kids and all this stuff based upon the original Jurassic Park, but of course they changed shit around. So that's it. That's my rant on this movie. There's plenty of more stuff in here that I'm probably just not remembering, or I forget, or whatever it is, because there's so much shit that I'm fucking just pissed off about. I really want to see the T-Rex with little arms go, do that type of shit. So, I did not like this movie. I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, giant feather claw monster things, claw dinosaurs. It's it has fun moments. The action is well done. It's got really funny parts, but it's just got so many cheesy, stupid things that I was laughing. There was just so many parts where somebody would get thrown off, or like, Blue gets hit by a truck, and it's so fucking funny. It's like ridiculous. And the whole thing with like Blue, Owen and Blue, and he's making, I promise you I'll bring her back. And at the end of the movie, when he does bring the daughter back, Beta, brings her back, then he looks at her, I'm like, oh my god, if they fucking head nod, I'm gonna fucking lose this. And then he goes, then the Raptor's like, and then Owen's like, And I'm like, oh my God, why are we doing this shit? So that's Jurassic World Dominion. If you have any thoughts or comments, just leave them in the comments below, and we'll check them out. And if anybody did leave them, then I'll read them off on the next podcast. So a little mini-sode that we're going to do for next weekend. So thank you guys so much for watching my rant, if you watched my rant. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Don't forget to check out the podcast. It's available on all your podcasting platforms. Latest one is on Hellfest. A lot of fun doing that episode. And you can check all the back catalog and stuff. And if you get a chance, come over, see me on Twitch. I'm available on Mondays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. Twitch.tv/Terrible Terrors. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye. Take care of yourselves and each other.